What does one say to an ancient Nephilim ghost?
I suppose you start with
Sarakana.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What's going on, guys? It's Filthy and we're back with another video. Diablo 3 Season 31, we have a date, we have the Conquests, we have the starting sets, we have a season theme, we have some more information about what this game is going to function like moving forwards. I'm going to give you the TLDR version very quickly and then we're going to move on and unpack it in a bit more detail. As always, guys, a thumbs up brightens my day. So the really quick overview of this is that Season 31 is coming for Diablo 3, which is great. We are going to cycle through old season themes. It's going to be the Forbidden Archives. Now, the season is going to start on the 12th of April at 5 PM. So that is fairly standard. Interestingly, this is about a month before Diablo 4's Season 4 comes out, so that's great. Gives you plenty of time to fully explore Diablo 3 if that's something that you wish to do. We have got the season theme being the Forbidden Archives. This is basically the open Kanai's Cube. So Kanai's Cube will still have 3 slots. It is not the 4th slot. We don't get the extra slot. But what we do get is basically we can put whatever we want, wherever we want. So if we want to put 3 weapons in Kanai's Cube, we can do that. We can't duplicate, we can't double up, so we can't put like modifier from the same thing. But we can pick maybe 3 different modifiers if we have it. We could have 2 jewelry slots and 1 armor slot if you wanted, any kind of combination that you want. This is actually looking back a very old season theme. I will talk about that a bit more later in the video. But Open Cube is a lot of fun, really good flexibility, particularly for casual and early game players, and really is a nice season theme. Cosmetics, we have got basically some returning pets. These, I've got 3 accounts. I'm not sure if I've got both of these on all 3. The horse does look pretty cool in game. The Loot Goblin has always been one of my favourites. So that's basically it. We've got a new season coming. It is the 12th of April. It has got Kanai's Cube being open, and that is pretty much it. Now, one thing that we do have is we have absolutely no balance changes at all, so it does look like this is the end of development completely for Diablo 3. There will be no new items added to the game ever. There will be no set rebalancing ever. Again, that's maybe a subject for another video, so let me know how you feel about this. Are you excited for the season starting 12th of April? And let's have a quick word from today's video sponsor, and then we'll unpack all of this in a bit more information. Today's video sponsor is Royal Match. This is a super fun, super relaxing, bright and vibrant free-to-play puzzle game. It's completely ad-free, which means the time you spend playing this game is time spent enjoying the game without any interruptions. King Robert needs your help to restore his castle to its former glory, and there are thousands of levels, in fact over 7,000, so lots and lots of replayability. It's highly engaging with endless variety and power-ups, so much fun. Blowing things up with the TNT is particularly satisfying. Boom. Playing a few games every night is a great way to relax and unwind, and I can now get the royal treatment that I deserve. My wife loves it too. It's a game with very chill, happy vibes, and it's impossible to be in a bad mood after playing it for any length of time whatsoever. So if you fancy giving this great game a go, scan the QR code on screen during this video, or check out the video description or even the pinned comment. It really helps the channel out in a big way. Thank you again so much to Royal Match for sponsoring the channel. I wish you all good luck in your quest to help King Robert. Back to the video. Right, so looking at the Conquests, I think these are going to be pretty easy this season. We've got Avarice, which is pretty much a free one. On a good day, upgrading legendary gems to 65 just is not a challenge at all, so that's like another second free one. Sprinter, Speed Racer, there you're going to want to avoid that. Doing the whole campaign in an hour is extremely difficult. I've never done it personally and don't think I ever will bother. And then Greater Rift 75 Divinity is pretty easy, and then we also have Superhuman, which is GR45 without any set item. So there are 4 really easy conquests, so if you do want to go through the complete season journey, maybe you need a stash tab, maybe you want all the cosmetics, it will be pretty easy to do so.
Super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Looking at the Hadrig's gifts, we're actually really spoilt for choice here. I think we've basically got one that is absolutely terrible, which is the Raiment of 1,000 Storms. arguably one of the weakest sets in the game. It's not a particularly fun build to play, in my opinion. I really just don't ever touch this with a barge pole. Again, going just very briefly into balance, it would have been nice. They did try and balance this in the last patch. I don't think they successfully achieved it, but it is better than it used to be. But as a starting set, I think it's kind of crap. It is just like compared to the other options on offer, is nowhere near as good. Barbarian gets Wrath of the Waste, so this is the Whirlwind Spin to Win set. This is a very solid set. It's great for farming keys, rifts, bounties. You know, if you just want to get your season journey done and that's all you're going to play the game for, Wrath of the Waste, absolutely no-brainer. Very easy, you will get that done. Barb's end game-ish speed builds are quite competitive. The Whirlwind is quite good, but you've now got Leap Quake, which is quite nice for speeds. You've got the Raycore Barb, and also you've got Frenzy Savage. So there's a lot of options for Barb. I'd say Barb is, you know, moderately balanced as a class, but this is, you know, if you had to hand pick any of the sets to get for Barbarian, I think Wrath of the Waste would probably be your number one pick. So very solid start. Crusader, we've got Roland's. Again, this did get buffed in the last patch. I gotta be honest, I didn't bother playing it in Season 30 at all. It's always been a really strong and kind of sleeper start to a season, just simply because the suit adds like loads of power very early in its early bonuses. Crusader has probably got the best build in the game, which is the automatic Fist of Heaven's Lightning Crusader. Very easy to play. I'm not sure how that's going to benefit from an open cube, so it will lose a lot of power from last season from the Soul Shards, but again, if you're just looking to go into Roland, into like Aegis of Valor, Fist of Heavens, Roland will get you through the tiers very quickly, so you will be able to power yourself up. So it's certainly probably quite an underrated start, Roland. Very easy to put together as well, which is nice. Moving on to Demon Hunter, this is one of the stars, I think, of Season 31's in this particular patch cycle, Hadric's Gifts. Very, very powerful. Demon Hunter's got Gears of Dreadlands, which is always really powerful because it moves so super fast. It's got Shadow Impale, which is also really good for like speed farming, and UE, Unhallowed Essence, you know, with a bit of juice behind it, can be absolutely phenomenal for wave clearing, so getting your keys, bounties done. Again, if you just want to complete the season journey, the Hadric's Gift Demon Hunter, you can just play Unhallowed Essence and you don't need to worry about finding any other suits or anything like that. And it's pretty strong for speed farming. Monkish Crap, as we've talked about. Necromancer, who are the really big winners, I think, of this particular season theme, because Necro's just got so many modifiers that go in the cube, but it does start with the Bones of Rathma. Now, Rathma is an incredibly powerful suit. It is really, really good for end game XP farming, doing in kind of like 3 to 5 minute rifts. I'm not a massive, like visually it's really cool. I'm not a massive fan because I like doing my rifts in like 90 seconds, where Rathma will struggle to do that just because of the mechanics of the set. You need a lot of cooldown. So it's not out the box as a starter. I don't really like it that much, albeit its power is undeniable. It's just not amazing for like Torment 16 for bounties and that sort of stuff. You'd be looking to put something else together, but it is certainly a strong suit. Witch Doctor, the Helltooth Harness is now probably the Witch Doctor's best push build and also the best speed build, I think. Again, I didn't really play with this. I played Mundanugu in Season 30 just for a little bit of messing about, but I didn't try out Helltooth, so again, I've got that on my list to do. But if you want to make a Witch Doctor, again, you'll get your season journey done with this, no problem. Rathma, I wouldn't attempt to do the season journey with. I think you'd have a pretty crap time trying to play bounties with it, so you would be needing to swap off that. Same for the Rolands. Those two, you probably do need to switch them out. And then Wizard gets Talrasha Elements. Wizards, I think for this last season, Firebirds was really strong. Talrasha's was quite strong. Tal's, again, is as a starting set is great. It probably, again, is one of the top tier Wizard speed farm builds. You can do the automatic teleports. Again, the cube, I think, potentially being open offers some interesting options for Wizard, because with Meteor, you generally got a couple of modifiers you're trying to put in the weapon slot. That means taking like an Ingeom or an Aetherwalker for infinite teleport is difficult, but if that cube slot is open, there's maybe something you can do with it. Again, the season theme I think is a little bit difficult to work in for quite a lot of builds, but we'll see what we can do. But by all means, again, you'll finish your season journey with this no problem. Great for keys, bounties, because again you can use the Aether Walker and teleport around. And whilst they did nerf the Talrasha meteor quite a lot for kind of just getting your season journey done, it's absolutely fine. You've also got like a Hydra that you can play, and Firebirds and Wizards. So overall, realistically, the only one that I wouldn't pick is going to be the Monk. I definitely would rule that out of my thinking. If I was going to make a Monk, I would make a Legacy of Dreams build, I think. Interestingly, Wave of Light, which is always a fan favourite for Monk. Again, because normally speaking you have to drop some power to put your Ingerm in, you could end up with some fun Legacy of Dreams, Wave of Light speed builds that can take Ingerm and the Incense Temple of the Grand Incense.
What the hell did you just say?
Temple torch thing. You can take the Kirishira's Blade, you can take the Rabid Strike, you can take all the modifiers, which is pretty nice. So I'm going to do some testing, I think, of like the 2, 4 and 6 pieces, and work out which of them I think offers the best start. Gut feeling, I think most people will probably just pick up the Unhallowed Essence one for the Demon Hunter, because then you can straight up choose between that and the Gates of Dreadlands, so it's going to be fast. I think Necromancer is going to be very popular because they are the, as I said earlier, big winner for this patch cycle, because the open cube just offers so much power. I can't really see many people starting Witch Doctor. There will be a dedicated wizard following, as there usually is, and then some people will Crusader, just simply because they'll say Roland is good enough to get my Aegis of Valor going, and Barb is just going to be generally very solid. Of course, ZDH you can play on Demon Hunter, Z-Barb you can play on Barb, and Z-Necro, so the 3 main support classes have all got good starting sets as well. Now, in terms of the theme, with the cube being open, this is actually when I checked when we last did this, it was season 17. It was one of the first seasons I ever covered on the channel. The game has changed quite a bit since then, and by that I mean a lot of the gear pieces that we use. So most of the builds in the game now revolve around taking the Orgilds, the Guardians, maybe the Crimson set. They're worked into like all of the set builds pretty much. You'd be hard pressed to find a push build that pretty much just takes a straight 6-piece set without mixing in something like that. Now that then creates a little bit of an issue, because you then have to take a Ring of Royal Grandeur, which locks off one of your cube slots. So you've then only really got 2 slots left in the queue to play with, and generally speaking those things are going to be taken up by modifiers anyway. So whereas this used to be a really interesting season theme in that you could completely have a lot of freedom with it, I think just the power of some of the like supporting supplementary sets that we've got in the game possibly make it a little difficult to squeeze too much more power in it. Again, we're not having any more PTRs for Diablo 3, so all testing is going to have to be done live and on the season, which is going to be exciting. A big winner, I think, is going to be Legacy of Dreams builds, because they of course don't rely on set mechanics. There might well be an extra modifier that you can take somewhere. Wizards got a lot of cool weapons and sources, so there might be something you can do with that. Necro, as we say, definitely benefits massively, because Nova Necro is one of the most powerful builds in the game, whether you're playing it on an Arius or on a Trag'Oul set or Legacy of Dreams, and you can now just basically take that suit and go, here's another couple of damage modifiers that we can jam into it. So 150 Necro is going to crush next season. The rest of the sets, I think, largely speaking, going to feel the loss of soul shards quite a lot. So Necro will be more powerful, I think, than last season. The others, I think, will probably come down in power, and that's just kind of, as I say, I think just how the season mechanics are. Legacy of Dreams Wizard might be something we can do something with. Legacy of Dreams Wave of Light is another strong one. LOD Bombardment, perhaps there's something we can do, or Captain America. So we'll have to see. It's going to be an interesting and exciting season. My plan for the season is I'm going to try and basically do all 7 classes, as many of the builds as I can possibly do before Diablo 4 Season 4 comes out. I'm going to try and crack through everything, so it is very difficult to farm up that many gear options, legendary gems and all that kind of stuff. But that's where like today's video sponsor comes in. If you can download Royal Match, it does help out the channel. It helps me out directly, and that does allow me to keep this show on the road and supporting the very old but much fun Diablo 3. So I don't know what I'm going to start. I'm going to do a bit of testing in terms of leveling 2, 4, 6 pieces. If I had to guess at the moment, I'd consider maybe just making a Necro and going Legacy of Dreams just for the funsies. But other than that, I probably would make a Demon Hunter, or maybe a Barb, and see if I could pick up some Paragon supporting. But the only bad choice here is the Raiment set, and even then, it's not the end of the world. You can go off and do Legacy of Dreams. Right, I've been the Filthy Casual. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to do a little bit more, I think, of a deep dive maybe into the season theme once I've had a bit of time to think about it. I will be doing some starter guides for some of the classes, so do let me know which class you would like to see starter guides for. I will do my best to get as many videos as I can pumped out before the season starts, which is in just under a couple of weeks. Take it easy, guys. Peace.